Welcome from the Hood Rat Trap. Let's get out of the Hood Rat Trap. Not this Hood Rat Trap, because this Hood Rat Trap tells you how to leave the actual physical Hood Rat Trap you're in. We're going to talk about skills acquisitions through education and practice. Skills, bro. You need skills to make an income. You must know something to make money. That's generally how our capitalistic economy works because you need to provide a benefit to the firm. As a household, you need to provide a benefit to the firm, which is your labor, and your labor can be specialized or non-specialized, but you need to know how to do what they want you to do so that they can pay an income. If they say, hey, we're going to pay you 3.5, all you need to do is sweep here. Um, you're going to need to know how to sweep. If you do a bad job at sweeping, I know it sounds like it's stupid, but there are people who can't sweep, guys. If you do a bad job just sweeping, they're not going to want to hire you for a long time. And you have to practice sweeping at your house. Clean your own house. That's what Jordan would say. Jordan Peterson would say, clean your room. Clean your own house in order to learn how to clean houses so you can clean a house for a firm and make an income doing what you do at home. That's just generally unskilled labor, like digging a hole. Needs muscle power, but you also need to know how to use a shovel because just generally scraping the top won't dig a big hole. And also knowing when to change tools, when I need to use a pickaxe instead of a shovel. And with that skill, I go into construction. With the skill of sweeping, I'm going to go into housekeeping maybe. So there's a firm that requires housekeepers, I can apply with that skill. There's a firm that requires construction workers, I can apply with that skill. Then there's other skills that require education, but not extreme education. Matric certificate. Here in South Africa, matric is basically the standard. It's grade 12 education. Um, Petrol pump attendants, cashier, people who work at cashiers. So necessarily that there's a lot of intricacy. It's just they need a basic level of intelligence or ability to understand that can be shown by your matric certificate that you have that competency. And then they'll hire you using that certificate. And also it'll rank you out of the other people who apply and stuff after interviews and all that. And then you will be able to do the job. There'll be some extra additional training in some cases for the job. Unless they ask for experience, then they mean that they don't want to train you extra. They need you to know how to work the till. You must know how to work the till when you come. Don't come here saying, this is a till, I'm smart enough to learn till. Show me till. Know already how to till the till. You know what I mean? How to till the till. Or you can till the ground. Some people who work in agriculture use cultivators. They use tractors. You need to know how to drive a tractor. Um, Driving goods around, transporting goods, for instance, fuel, coal, maybe in a truck, in a tanker. You're gonna need an education from the Department of what is it? Transport, Roads and Transport, so you can get a driver's license from them, and you're going to be able to get extra permits in order to transport hazardous goods and materials. There's money in that too, but the firms need you to have the education and the permit that you can transport and drive before they can hire you, because it's going to be a headache to hire just drivers, then get them to, doesn't make sense. So the opportunity is in having those additional skills as well. With IT, it's just general certification. Every day, learn more. Don't forget a lot of what you've learned because it's really fluid. You really need to learn and use all the skills you learn. That's what I think is very difficult about IT. It's really good for people with very large memory or strong memory and the ability to access those memory bank at ease, at will. And that's going to mean that all those certifications are going to have real benefit for you as an individual rather than simply just showing that you can do these things. If given time, you will perform averagely as the business's demand. Because there's performance evaluations, Pella, at the firm. Practice. Practice, you need to practice in order to get better than the other people so that you beat the performance evaluation. But I don't know if that can always guarantee you a promotion. Sometimes, or in this day and age, what most people do is they company hop. I don't like company hopping. I think it's a great idea to make relationship with the people in the corporation and then from there grow within the corporation. But that I'm basically also looking at it from a legal perspective, like a law firm, maybe, or um, but it's different when you're looking at it from a finance perspective, like as a trader. It's not the same because I just care for the capital in that sense, meaning I don't care which bank I'm working with as long as the bank can provide me capital that is cheap or can provide me capital at a good profit split. Then we are great with good rules around that money. Then we are great, we'll work with you. So it depends really. Then you can firm hop and stuff. So it's all on your skills. There's a university education. You can go to university, get an education, and specialize in a sector of the economy. Mm. You see, they are specializing in, let's say, agriculture. In university, you know how to plant. You also know maybe how to manage some your own farm. You know how to get your goods out. Maybe a little bit on how what's healthy, what's not healthy, how to keep them healthy. Far more than a person who simply walked into the field and looked at the plant, what they were planting for maybe 1 year, and now they've learned from there. Because the syllabus gives you a broader perspective, and it also allows you um, to learn things that a normal employer of a farm who didn't get an education like that would oversee or not teach you or show you, and that would lead to benefits within the farm you're working for, and hence you're going to be more valuable. So tertiary education is great. It's available these days for a lot of black people. So you can use that to get out of the hood rat trap, guys. So long you don't get addicted to debt, you'll be okay. Get out of the hood rat trap. Stay out of the hood rat trap. It is essential for you to get skills in order for you to make an income in the first place. It is essential for you to get skills in order to make more income. If you are greedy, by greedy I mean a person who wants to be more than a millionaire, um, a multi-millionaire by far, meaning in the 10 million range or the $1 million range, then you're a greedy guy. And that's okay. There's a lot of greedy people, especially because of the system we have these days. So it just seems like there's a lot, but the pressures are different. Stay out of the hood rat trap, get out of the hood rat trap, go. Leave the hood rat trap. Here at the hood rat trap, we teach you how to run from the hood rat trap. Remember, there's no financial advice. It's just a general conversation about finance.